Just be aware of the bottom of your feet. Almost as if you're breathing, you're drawing your breath from the bottom of your feet. Just as you see my feet walking. Almost feel it as if it's like your mind, gently, very gently and softly, almost compassionately, walking through the circle of you. Breathing up to the bottom of your feet. Almost as if listening with the bottom of your feet. Just almost like the bottom of the feet of your mind. Slowly, steadily breathing up to the bottom of the feet of your mind. And listening, as if listening to the ground of your being with the bottom of the feet of your mind. When you let that listening, it's like totally relaxed. Like pulling a bow, but it's without tension almost. There's no intention, you're just pulling the bow. And then even that, when you give up the listening to the ground of that being, there's just being. It's beyond belief. There's absolutely no belief involved. There's no idea. Throughout a lot of this, I bring you this idea of the circle. An idea that's a sacred place, that you can go beyond that by settling into and being with. An idea that it carries you into the infinite circle that doesn't have an end. An idea that when you are in a big-hearted, open state, it's like a sphere, circle all around you. So I use this idea, this belief, in order for you to make the journey to the center, to clear the way of what pulls you away from it, and I ask you to believe that that's who you are. I do. I ask you to believe that. Then I ask you, as I'm walking, I ask you to believe that you're breathing up through the bottom of your feet. Believe that you're listening with the bottom of the feet of your mind. So it's true. Even though in this sense of the circle you must give up believing in your thinking, some beliefs are necessary in order to carry you to the center. And then once you're there, to make that final step of being the one, you have to give up believing everything. So it is beyond belief, and it is the willingness to be the unbelievable. And religions, they all ask you to believe. Unfortunately, they become institutionalized. They become united with usually governments, and they become then about controlling people. So they want you to keep believing in a lot of different things. They don't really want you to go to the unbelievable. But the essence of virtually every religion, once all the beliefs, all the so-called different gods and goddesses and entities and whatnot, is all the same. It is this sort of act of prayer, which is just being, not asking for anything, because that creates separation. So it is, in a sense, believing that if I do that, if I am quiet, that I am touching the great quiet mystery one. And once you're there, even that belief, you don't think it while you're doing it. But through this whole journey, it's that one desire and one belief that you do hang on to take you to the center. But first you walk it, and in the walking of it, you're walking a circle, and it is a circle. You're walking in a circle. But what is a circle? A circle is an idea. A square is an idea. Somewhere someone said, this is the word for circle. The circle in the sun, the circle of the moon, the circle of the sky. The many, many circles, and how we love these circles. So those circles, naturally, as man came into his religions, that circle was one of the first forms that God was associated with. But even that, and I become the unbelievable. The unthinkable, the unknowable. It's all the same. But I must walk it. Maybe I have to walk it for my whole life. But I walk it because I do believe that it will carry me here, or even that belief, I can surrender. Surrender my quiet to the infinite quiet. My listening to the ground of the being that I listen to. And even these petals of the flower are like ears listening. As if the circle was the great listening. Just be aware of the bottom of your feet. Almost as if you're breathing, you're drawing your breath from the bottom of your feet. Just as you see my feet walking. Almost feel it as if it's like your mind. Gently, very gently and softly, almost compassionately, walking through the circle of you. Breathing up to the bottom of your feet. Almost as if listening with the bottom of your feet. Just almost like the bottom of the feet of your mind. Slowly, steadily breathing up to the bottom of the feet of your mind. And listening, as if listening to the ground of your being with the bottom of the feet of your mind. Just let the rhythm of my walking, let that be the rhythm of your mind as it moves through the circle of you. Because the mind likes to move. That's what it does. So we'll let it move gently and slowly, but listening with the bottom of the feet of your mind. Breathing up from the bottom of your feet through your whole body. And breathing out to the bottom of your feet. And listening, deep listening to the ground, to the ground, to your very body, to your very mind. Everything comes up out of, rests upon, moves within. Breathing up through the bottom of your feet, through your whole body, and as if radiating like the sun. Like the sun. Just see the rhythm of my feet walking as if it's your mind, gently and slowly walking. Walking as if through all this vast history that you've experienced, yet nothing getting in the way, nothing that it's attached to. Just seeing it all, listening to it all, and then listening to the deep ground of being that's beneath it all, that encircles it all, as your own presence. You as if this listening within your own presence, and just seeing my feet and letting them give you that gentle, slow, steady motion. Breathing up through the bottom of your feet. And listening with the very bottom, the feet of your mind. Just letting your mind gently move slowly like a wonderful breeze through the whole space of your presence. Breathing up to the bottom of your feet, listening, deep listening, deep listening. Hear the movement, hear the sound of my feet. Almost like a rhythm of breath, rhythm of listening, rhythm of touching. And just be that listening now. Just let the sound and the rhythm of my feet allow you just to be that listening. Your breath even coming from that place of the listening. The listening. And open your eyes, close them, look around, but just be that listening. Just relax into that listening. Don't think listening. Just be that attention, which now settles into just your presence as an awareness, and then aware of nothing, just as a listening. And this just awareness of the awareness as a presence. Breathing up from the bottom of your feet. Sighing out through the bottom of your feet. And listening.